Hey guys, so I was on YouTube earlier and I saw this video on the right hand side. You guys know the recommended area. It's titled, I'm 49 and I have no real friends. Now here's the thing. I've been seeing this, this type of video over and over and over again for like probably the last 5 years. And it's kind of crazy because this typically, from what I kind of see, sometimes things trigger me to do deeper research on YouTube, right? Like I said, this video says, I'm 49, I have no friends. But this type of video where you say, oh, I have no friends, this no friends type of video, or this title, I guess you could say, this niche, whatever you want to say, is something that appears quite frequently. I see videos like this all the time. And I think, there are people who are, truly having no friends. But this guy, he has a YouTube channel, 6.9 million subscribers. I don't believe for a second that this guy doesn't have any friends. In fact, I remember watching his other videos a while back, like a really, really long time ago, and he was telling some story time about him and his friends. So I kind of wanted to do some research. I wanted to see how profitable picking the right video in this niche for this guy actually was. So if you look at, for example, like his last video, it got 15,000 views. This video got 42,000 views. If we kind of scroll down, this one got 25,000 views, 27,000 views. And if you think about it, a video like this is much harder to make than this one. Right here, he's just kind of doing a one take, talking to the camera. And then like a video like that, 12 men shoes women hate, or what was the other one? 21 mistakes that men make to look broke. I mean, a video like this probably takes some time, thought, energy, editing. But this one, you look at it, 42,000 views in 3 days. That's pretty good, right? They're not necessarily as elaborate as some of these other videos. Like, for example, Dream Garden House Tour, 43,000 views. You click on it, it's a beautiful view. That kind of video right here, it kind of makes sense that it would have, 40K plus views. But a video like this is something that people have that are in demand. In fact, I want to go ahead and see it and prove it. So I searched, I have no friends. I didn't need to search the part that says I'm 49 and have no friends. I just literally have no friends, or I have no friends. And there are tons of videos like this. Like this video here has 82 million views. Now this is a song, so we can kind of ignore that. But this video has the highest engagement out of all of them. And it's got a like ratio of 5.6. It's literally the best one out of all selections for engagement, with 57,000 views. And if we scroll down, we see videos with tons of views. I mean, look at this one. I have no friends, 2.6 million views. I have no friends, 3 million views. Let's keep looking. I mean, what having no friends taught me, 220K views, 118K views. I have no friends at 30. This guy, 1.8 million views, 22, and I have no friends. This one, 6.8 million views. I have no friends, right? Topical authority, I think this video has probably the most views for the topic. Pretty interesting. This video on how to be, this guy's YouTube channel, How to Beast, I have no friends. Let's actually look at this guy's YouTube channel for a second, because if we click on it, let's pause it for a second. This video was posted 2 years ago, okay? Like I said, this was a trend that was going on for like 5-6 years. So if we look at his recent videos, 13K views, 22K views, 28K views. I surprised my wife for our 10-year anniversary. Maybe he got her a car, for example. I don't know. But 28K views. These videos are much more elaborate, better editing, higher level of quality. But this video, like I said, it's kind of like just a one take. You sit down in front of the camera, you explain why you have no friends, and it gets a ton of views. Why do you think that is? So from what I assume and what I deduce, and basically everything that I know about YouTube, is first of all, the concept is very relatable. There's a lot of people out there in the world today that have no friends. In a world of social media, everything is becoming kind of less social, as crazy as that sounds. So, yeah, it's kind of normal for people to not have friends, even though that sounds kind of crazy. Especially past like high school, past college, not too many people have a ton of friends. So number one, it's highly relatable. Number two is that it's highly searched. If something is is kind of like part of people's life, and they have that feeling in their life, and they're going to search for things. If they have it on the top of their mind, they're going to search for those topics. And if something gets a lot of search, it gets a lot of attention. Look at this guy. I bet you he really sold it well. 2.5 million views on this video. I'm 31 and I have no friends. And look at the thumbnail. The guy's crying. Look at this guy. I'm 54 and I have no friends. Do you think that all these people just magically came up with the I have no friends video? Of course not. They're doing keyword research. They're seeing what other videos are doing well, and then they're piggybacking on that kind of motion. Now, the interesting thing about this is this piggybacking strategy work. There's two main strategies for YouTube growth. You have the piggybacking strategy, where you just piggyback off a topic, right? Or you create your own custom created content. Like this content, for example, here. You guys know this show, the Dr. Deloney Show. This is a show that's a call-in show, right? So people call in and they ask questions. And then the editors of the show, they, make the thumbnail, they edit the video, they post it up, and they title the video and tag the video, etc. But everything here happens organically, right? It's not like people are kind of planning this. At least that's what we know of. It's a call-in show, right? So if it's a call-in show, what that means is that they're creating custom content. It's not like they're doing research on the keywords and then kind of applying those keywords to the videos. The reason why I say that is because, like I said, there's two types of ways to create content on YouTube. You can hop on the piggybacking strategy, hop on the backs of others, on the shoulders of giants, or you can come up with your own custom content. What I find is that if the niche is smaller, it's better to create custom content. If the niche is larger, it's better to piggyback. And when I say niche, what am I talking about? I'm talking about the generalized idea of the video. In this case, the generalized idea of the video is what? General life, relationships, peer-to-peer relationships, friends. That is pretty general. It's not something hyper-specific. If we were talking about mechanical physics, that's hyper-specific. And it's ideally it's ideal to create content that is hyper-specific for hyper-specific niches. So this is my take on why certain niches get a ton of views and why people make the same type of videos over and over and over again from different channels, is because they're looking for that next paycheck. And for most people, videos that get a lot of views are people's paycheck. They don't have a business behind their videos, and that's fine. It is what it is. And we could actually look here. Let's go over here and select the 6 number so we could see all these different videos in tandem. Yeah, we could see there's a lot kind of going on here, right? And there's a lot of content here. Actually, let me go to the 5. That's probably a better viewpoint. Let's click 5 here. But yeah, there's a lot of content here, guys. A lot of content where people are using those same keywords in every video. Now, the keywords that are what I call the auxiliary keywords, like why or no wife, no whatever, these are, well, to be honest, there are people searching for this as well, but, they don't matter as much. As long as you have those main keywords in there, now you're hopping on, you're piggybacking effectively. And sometimes you might piggyback by luck, but there's no luck in this. Look how many videos people are making about I have no friends. Like, if we look at this video, and this is the last example I'll do. I'm 23, I have no friends. Let's click on this person's channel, okay? I bet you they don't usually get that many views, all right? So 65K subscribers, and there we go. 6.3 video views, 9.4, 6.6, 3.2, 8.1, 5.9, 5.8. This person is doing keyword research for every single video. Okay, and she's smart. She's making it happen, and she's getting views. And whatever she's doing, it got her 65,000 subscribers. So, like I said, there's two ways to do it. Piggybacking or custom created content. It depends on your niche. It depends on your situation. It depends what topics you're talking about. It depends what you're selling, even. All those kind of things come into play. But it's definitely a good, this is definitely a great channel just to sit back and study and see how they're doing their keyword research, because clearly they're doing a good job. So, yeah. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you guys later. If you have questions, comments, or concerns, leave them in the comments down below. I'll see you soon. Peace out. Bye.